the legal team, Geek Sensei, Raven, Sam, Mr. Blitzstick.
You three, man.
Yeah. You man about.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitzstick.
Jay, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
And welcome to the TCN Gaming channel. Today we've got the Saints Row 2022 or Saints Row 5 review. We're going to talk about the game, all the things there. If you like this kind of stuff, you know what you should be doing. Heading over to our subscribe button, pressing that thing, liking this video if you like Saints Row, any of the games, this game, number 1, number 2, them things there. And comment down below, what do you think of this game? You picking it up? You're going to pick it up? Have you picked it up? Everything else in life. And head over to our patreon.com/The Cyber Nerds Gaming for more Cyber Nerds Gaming content. Speaks for itself.
There you go. Sam,
Yeah.
chat to me about this game, like, just for anyone, back context, like, we both went to the Saints Row, like, kind of like, create a launch event where we got to play the game for 4 hours, so that's been the majority of that's been my whole experience with playing the game.
Right.
And then other than that, you got a review copy of the game, you're how many hours in?
About 10 hours.
So talk to me about the game, bro.
Okay,
Where are you
at? I'll get all the semantics out of the way. Obviously, this is also brought back by the guys who made Saints Row in the first place, Violation, Deep Silver. This is on obviously PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Why is that thing so confusing?
Xbox One and Xbox Series X?
Yeah, like...
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's not who I'm talking about. This game is also single player and co-op. Obviously, you played the co-op.
Yeah,
I think that's still kind of a good element to the game. But the single player is basically just a majority of what we played in that build. It's like, it's fun. It's not over the top like previous Saints Row. So kind of bringing everything to like a middle balance. You know, Saints Row is wacky. It's out there, but it's not trying to go too over the top like in the past 2 games where they've gone into simulations and into hell, all that kind of stuff. And it literally is a reboot of Saints Row, but not to the point of where it was almost like gangsters and just...
So like a soft reboot.
Yeah.
It's like a soft reboot. We're in a new world, new time. They're kind of like, they're trying to God of War it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's new, but it's not new. This is the Saints Row that you actually love. Yeah? Like that. They're trying to get the old audience, they're trying to get the core audience back on side. Alright, and how do you feel like? Do you think that's like, just talk to me more about the game, bro. Like, do you enjoy the game? Is the game fun?
That's the good thing about it, that the game is indeed fun. If you've enjoyed any other kind of Saints Row game, you know exactly what you're getting here. They've got these mad outrageous weapons. They've got good driving mechanics, but the driving's still a bit mad. And that's the thing I feel that the game's kind of missing. Like, they don't really kind of get...
They don't have a thing.
Find out. Yeah. Like, the driving's kind of airy. It's not that great. The shooting's kind of okay depending on what kind of weapons you do and upgrade, which I think is kind of a good aspect. They've got obviously perks, level ups. You get to choose what kind of systems you want to kind of go for, tailoring to your gameplay style. But from there, it doesn't feel like it's leveled up in anything. Like, it feels like the same Saints Row we've got for the past, I would say, 3 games. So we're in like 2022, and I still feel like I'm playing the Saints Row game from like 2018. Even past that. So
we're just saying like you think it's, or you feel like it's just a new, updated version of the old game.
Yeah.
Get me? And you're not feeling that.
No.
Even as a reintroduction, as look, this is Saints Row. This is where we're going for the future. Do you know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying in terms of like being a jack of all trades and not really mastering anything. And that annoys me when games do that, where it's like, we want everything in our game, but we're not telling you it's a stealth game. We're not telling you it's a shooting game. And these mechanics are almost not good either. They're just okay.
Yeah.
Like, you've got all standard mechanics, and then nothing is nothing here is like, this is why we're different. This is why we're special, or this is what Saints Row is. Do you think that Saints Row is just trying to sell you on the world, and they've missed the point in terms of gameplay mechanics on standing apart from any other game?
You hit the nail on the head, because the story is legit, even though it's kind of on the nose and you kind of see what's going to happen. You kind of like things unfolding, and I think that's kind of like, oh, you know this is going to happen, but playing the story elements of that is like, oh, that's kind of mad. It's kind of sick how that comes to be. and even the characters themselves that you come across, the writing I still think is kind of actually really funny in this, and jokes. The characters are actually really good. All the people in the gang love them as well. I feel like they will be kind of rememberable, like there was like Gap back in the old kind of games. So I feel that is actually really good. But like I'm saying, when it comes to a gameplay kind of point and you're doing a reboot, I feel like
there's got to be something
new.
There's got to be something different.
It's like if you're a Saints Row fan, you're gonna jump into this game and just be at home basically.
Yeah.
You're gonna know exactly where you are. You're gonna know exactly what you've come to play as. And I feel the only thing that they've kind of added, but it's not nothing new. It's nothing crazy. It's just that the whole system of you hold the R1, you got like these little abilities that kind of like new takedowns or something, or throwing a grenade or something like that. And they're not even groundbreaking either. So it's for me, this is like the weirdest reboot I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. I feel like they've probably just tried to be like, listen, we'll make this one bare bones and see what it's like,
right? And
go bigger and better from here. Like, so when I see something like this, it's like I'm not totally turned off. I don't think that this Saints Row game is for me. Like, for playing for the first 4 hours, it's like I would need a hook to play this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be a reason why I'm doing it. And from the 4 hours I played, I don't feel like there is. But it looks fine. Do you know what I'm saying? And for a brand new game, that's the 5th game in a series, to say it looks fine, it's not really where you want to be. But I also don't think it's a terrible place to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't think after this game anyone's going to say, we don't need another Saints Row game. They're just going to have higher expectations for the next one. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think for a studio who is rebooting, that's a good position to be. Not every studio is going to be God of War, where it's like, no one's got any fear that God of War 2 is not going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's tough to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like where they're at seems fine. So what in terms of purchasing now, yeah? Where are you recommending people to purchase this game?
Basically just on sale, because full price, I feel like you can then go back, play. In fact, that would even be detrimental as well. This feels like just a Saints Row game. It's like a remake, remaster, sorry.
Yeah.
But with a new story and stuff like that. So it's just, like I said, it's just a weird mix-up of a lot of things, because it does have callbacks. If you played Saints Row before, it has callbacks to a lot of stuff that are in previous games. And when I was seeing it, I was like, oh, that's sick. I was like, oh, they put this in this game. And for me, I was seeing what was happening. But if you're new to this series and you're playing a game like this, like you're saying, it's just going to be like, yeah, oh, we're going to this place, this is happening. And everything else, like you're saying, just feels like middle of the road. So you're going to enjoy yourself because they did give you set pieces and game, like mechanics and customization in this game.
Crazy.
Cars, guns, everything is astronomically insane. Like, it's actually mad. But apart from that, like, the game's just, like I said, it's just okay.
So you're saying if you're a Saints Row fan day one, and if you're new to it, bargain bin it.
Definitely, yeah. That's why I'd give this a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5?
Yeah. Easily a 3 out of 5 game.
That's calm. Like, I've got no say in the matter. Like, for me, I think that I'm not going to pick it up. Like, even with the review copies that they sent, like, I just felt like, yeah, it's cool. I've played enough. I get it. It's not going to be a game I'm into. Even though I think it's, like I said, I think it's fine. I think if I have no games to play and this came up on PlayStation Plus or something like that, then yeah, why not? But going into a heavy time of gaming in the fall that we're going into, it's like, nah, I can't, like, I'm not spending my money here. Yeah. So I think it's interesting. I like what they're doing. I'm more so interested to see what they do with the next Saints Row game after the back of this, and I want to see what the general consensus is about this. But yeah, man.
And that's what I thought was kind of crazy, because even before the game came out, and there was just like a lot of hate for the game, which I really didn't understand. People that haven't played the game, people were just hating on it. And personally, like I said, that this game is not a bad game.
Yeah.
Like, if you loved Saints Row previously in the past, apart from them just doing another madness, then this game's been alright. But I feel like they should then try and separate maybe those two kind of things.
See,
maybe go all the way back to where people really loved the whole ground gang feeling of that, and then do another game where it's like over the top, comical, and that's like something else. But
I hear that. I think that the case studies for this are like Gotham Knights and God of War.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, in both of these situations, we've got games that are rebooting, and like the discourse in between the last game and the previous game coming out is, I want to say, usually negative. Like even when the new God of War was coming out, people were negative about certain changes, like the camera. Like there was questions about certain things they were doing, even though it looked great and we had faith in that studio. Then you get something like Gotham Knights, which doesn't look better than its previous game, and you're getting questioned about everything they're doing in the game. And I would say that's probably where it comes from. Where you've got a good built-in audience, they know what they like, they know what they know, and they know what they've had in the past. So if you're not going to succeed or supersede those expectations, that negativity is going to be there. But even if it does look good, there's still going to be questions marks about it. And I feel like that's fine until we get the final product. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is why I want to see where the hardcore Saints Row fans come out on the other side of the Saints Row game and where casuals come out.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see, because I think what they did with customization, for me personally, I love.
Yeah, it's
but I just want more from the actual game.
That's
like really separate yourself. Like you might have separated yourself in terms of like Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row.
Yeah.
But separate your gameplay mechanics.
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's the next stage.
Somewhere else. Like obviously everyone, we keep banging on about the Nemesis system. I'm not saying do it exactly that, but something similar.
Yeah, have your Nemesis system.
Yeah.
Get me? Have something like that.
Yeah.
And that's something that I love about seeing in Callisto Project Protocol, that like just like it was instant Nemesis. Like I would love that if in that combat as well, the villain, like whatever you did to destroy that part of his body, it can't be done again instantly. That would be fire. And more games need to be putting creative things like that in their games to kind of stand apart, man. It's fire.
It's true, but yeah, man. That's our Saints Row review, guys. If you're picking it up, like I said, I want to know all the comments, all your thoughts, why you think it was getting hate, why you guys love it, all them things there. And yeah, man, we'll see you on the next review. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
J1 for the Cyber Nerds.